What's good, brewers, hoes and nose pick the nose. My name is DTJ and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your own thumbnails. And yeah, I was just messing around in Photoshop a few days ago and I managed to come up with this, and I think it's really cool. So I just decided to share it with you guys. And yeah, so let's just get right into the video. By the way, shout out to me here, or Ditter. He's cool. Now go to Photoshop. Also Zayan, because he's cool and he's bold. Go into Photoshop and click File, New, and make the dimensions 1280 pixels by 720 pixels, and it should look something like this. Now you want to go onto the internet and search up maybe Call of Duty trick shot or something like that, and you should find a nice picture like this with a reload and just a nice background, which is why I chose this. So I'm just going to drag that into Photoshop and press enter to just deselect it. Now right click the layer, go to rasterize layer. Now once you've done that, select the layer, press Ctrl J. This duplicates it so we can use the second copy to make the gun outline. So just disable the bottom layer. And now what you want to do is, with the top layer selected, come to the brush with the rings around it, which is this one, the quick selection tool, and you just want to drag inside the gun, not too hard. It selects most of the gun for you, which is great, so you don't have to mask. Normally I would mask just to make it look cleaner, but for the sake of the tutorial, my bad, I'll just use the quick selection tool. Okay, that's looking good. Right, that's not looking too bad at all. Okay, now we just got to get the hand. It shouldn't take too long to do, maybe a few 30 seconds or a minute. If you really want to be accurate, then take your time, feel free to do that. Okay, that looks good. I've missed that part and missed that part. Okay, that looks good enough for the tutorial. I want to remove this. If you accidentally select anything extra, just hold Alt and the plus inside the circle becomes a minus, and this is so that you can delete stuff. So I don't want this empty space in the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna just delete that. That looks good. Select that. You know what, that's fine. Alright, so now we have the gun selected. You want to press Ctrl Shift I. That inverts the selection so that it selects everything but the gun. And now you just want to press delete. Sorry, I don't have the layer selected. Make sure you have the layer selected and then press delete. So now you just have the outline of the gun. Press Ctrl D to deselect, and it's very choppy, but you won't notice that because you'll have this in the background, and it's not like you're gonna notice the mask anyways. So on the gun mask, you want to double click in the empty space right here, come to outer glow, set the size to 100, sorry, not 200, 50, set it to 100. Oops, don't press enter. Set it to 100, set the blend mode to normal, opacity to 100, and click the color. You can change it to whatevs, I don't really care, up to you. I'm going to use a nice green. Excuse me if I get the color wrong. I am colorblind, so if I get the color wrong, I'm really sorry. But I'll just use this lime greeny thing for now. And if you enable the bottom one, it looks really nice. It has a standout effect on the gun, which is really cool. Now what you want to do is come to the bottom layer, double click that, it'll bring up the styles, and come to gradient overlay. Now come to the gradient drop down, click the arrow, come to this one right here, the second one, where it goes from white to transparent to the boxes. Just click that and double click this rectangle here and come to the square, double click that, and this way you can change the color of the gradient to whatever you want. Since we did the light green, I'm probably going to drag that down here so that this still stands out, but it has a nice color effect. Alright, maybe a bit darker. Okay, that looks good to me. So I'm just going to press OK. Okay. So now it has a nice gradient effect, which is really cool and all. So now what you want to do is just close these right here and deselect. Now come to the text option and just type whatever you want. I'm gonna type ditter because ditter on dittination, no, just ditter because I love ditter. Now I'm gonna set that to maybe 200. It all depends on the font size, the type of font you're using. So this looks like a really good size. I'm just going to leave it white for now because we're going to change the color later. Now I already have a preset. I use the set logo one. So copy layer style, come to the text, right click, copy layer style, come to your thing right here, select your text and right click and paste layer style. It'll copy and paste the layer style as you can see right here. I'll leave a download to this in the description so that you can just copy the layer style if you need to. Now you're gonna double click because I want to change these a bit. Now come to the color overlay. I'm gonna set this to blue because I feel like doing a blue. I've never done a blue before. Now come to the inner glow, and if you look here, sorry I can't look there, but it's very like close to the edge. We want it more in, so we're gonna set the size to maybe 15. That looks good. And set the color to a sort of lighter blue. Not much lighter, but slightly lighter. I think that looks decent enough. So it has a nice glow effect on the outside. And I'm just gonna press OK. That looks fairly mediocre right now, but we're gonna change that. So now what we're gonna do is the 3D effect that we did with the text by duplicating the layers. So let me just open Photoshop. Alright, now press Ctrl J. This duplicates the layer, and drag the copy under the main text and then make sure it's selected with the transform selection and press the down key 4 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, it just moves the layer down 4 times, but it has a nice 3D effect coming on. So we're just going to do that 2 more times. So Ctrl J, drag the selected one under, and then do the same thing. So press down 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4, and we're going to do one more because I think it looks nice with 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have the 3D effect. It looks really nice and really cool. Adds a bit of spunk to the text. So now you want to come to the top layer of the text. Excuse me, I just had dinner. So come to the top layer, go to the and hold shift and click the bottom one, which selects all of them. Now right click, rasterize type, and while they're still selected, right click again and click merge layers. So what this does is it just puts all the layers together, so you don't have to excuse me, so you don't have to move them individually one by one, and it's just a lot easier. It looks very boring, just straight, so you maybe want to rotate it a bit. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do it this way, a bit too much. So this looks fine at the moment. It doesn't look the best. It's very like bland right now. There's no color correction, so we're gonna add that now. So what you want to do once you've rotated it and just touch this up, because you can't go back after this really, you just go to the top layer your text and go all the way to the bottom one, right click and merge layers. So this puts them all together into one layer now, and it's all one thing. So press Ctrl Z and it'll just bring back to normal. Now what you want to do is go to Filter, Magic Bullet, and Looks. And if you don't have this is because it's a third-party plugin. So I'll link a tutorial in the description on how to get that. But if you do get it, if you do have it, sorry, just come to Filter, Magic Bullet, and then come to Looks. Just click that. And as you can see, I already have my default preset here, so I'll just show you the effects. So first you want to come onto Tools, come to Subject, and grab Pop and just drag that on there, and it should come up with this. Now you want to set the Pop to 100%, set the size to 300%, and next you want to come to Tools again, make sure it's on Subject, and you'll see Chromatic Aberration. Just drag that on and you'll come up with this. So set this to, sorry, that should be 25. Alright. So you have red and cyan set to 0.5 and blue and yellow set to -0.5. So if you look here, it adds like this nice 3D effect, and I think it just makes the thing pop really nice. And next what you want to do is come to Tools and click Lens, and you'll see this right here. It's called Anamorphic Flare. So just drag that on to the thingamajig, and these are the settings. So you want the size at 50, the boost at 0.10, threshold at 0.9, the threshold softness at 0.2, and that should be it. You can change the color to whatever you want. I really don't mind, it's all up to you. You can change it to blue, red, whatever, but I'm just going to keep it at the nice green. Now next you want to come to Tools, come to Lens, find Haze/Flare, and just drag that on. And the settings are the spillage 100%, softness 50%, reach 50%, exposures -0.7%, not percent, just -0.7. Reflection exposure, set that to 0. Matte box size 0, and then just set the matte box shade, just leave that. And again, you can change this to whatever tint color you want. I just choose blue because it creates like a I don't know, like I don't know the effect, but I don't know, it just contrasts really well with the green, and I'll just leave it at that. And finally we have the lens distortion. I think this is the biggest effect, because I mean it looks alright like that, it looks okay, but if you add lens distortion, it just adds like that cool effect, and it's really nice. So since for some reason we have this glitchy thing, I'm just gonna drag this up. Sorry if I can. Just gonna drag this up a bit. No, sorry, Control Z, my bad. I'm just gonna drag this up so it's this way. Never mind, just don't do that. Just let me just redo that. Excuse me. So put on lens distortion. So it'll be like this at default. Just set the distortion to -20, and just keep the flatten at 25, and just leave it like that. Now press finish, and you should have your, there we go, you should have your thumbnail now. It looks really nice and clean, and there's just this little green like thing because we didn't scale it up. So I'm just gonna hold shift and just drag that a tiny bit. There we go. I don't want to scale it up too much. Okay, that's fine. So now if we press enter, deselects, and in all honesty, that looks really nice. I love the warpy effect. It makes it just look really clean. And yeah, that's pretty much the video. If you liked this tutorial, then leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. This has been DTJ. Shout out to Ditter and Zayan because they're all cool. And I will see you guys in the next video.